Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on Roll with Advantage.
You make your way to Waterdeep. There is a looming dark cloud, and then a chanting Keo. A Keo in
chanting.
Yeah,
It's chanting.
Yeah, in a stained glass chanting.
It's chanting with 2 C's.
Yes, yeah.
I go,
Chanting.
Fighting this
It's
abomination
Canton instead of chanting.
after stepping out and seeing all this,
Yep.
I just stop. I go, oh good, this is a dream. I can wake up. This is a dream.
It doesn't look like it was robbed, but it looks like Tin left in a hurry.
I straighten my bow tie, raise my hand.
Chip and Dale action, buddy. Chip and Dale action.
There's a strange part of Minette who's like, I'm glad he appreciates that thing I made for him. Enough to wear it without anything else.
Yeah, enough to wear it during coitus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I walk away, I raise my hand to the quiver, and you see like a bottle of whiskey pop out of the quiver right into my hand as I ignore Bon and take to the streets covered in blood.
I imagine this to be when the Sherlock music kicks in, like the RDJ Sherlock. That music just kind of kicks in right now.
We can arrange that.
Oh man.
But yeah, I take
Okay.
to the streets covered in vampire blood and bits blown apart by Minette's thunder cannon.
Okay. Proudly striding through the streets.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to let me know if that's all.
Yes, that's
like
a
with
law.
with the pirate background, minor laws, you can break them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just your rep gets you by.
But yeah, it's not too far either to
No, it's only
to
a
the
couple
Lucky
blocks.
Mooring Bell and ours place.
Yeah, the Lucky Mooring Bell is not far from the docks at all.
It's
So
part of the reason why I'm well known and respected within the Lucky Mooring Bell.
yeah,
Kinian's
Kinian-
famous for ringing the bell.
Kinian actually is known for just walking around nude at the Mooring Bell. Sometimes it's because he gets so drunk, and sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's bad bets and he loses his clothes.
True.
I believe this falls under
we're
the
We're good.
fourth plaint, crimes against citizens, severe offenses, assault resulting in mutilation or crippling as everybody digs their eyes out as he walks by.
What's your charisma?
Oh man,
-1.
-1, perfect.
Also, excessive noise caused by the screaming.
Beatlemania, I get it.
Oh man. So,
I searched to make sure all the crew members are safe.
no crew members on the ship.
They all safely got off the ship.
Those
Yes.
bastards.
What do we pay them for?
Perception check for me, please.
Perception?
Yes.
Ooh. Better than average. 11.
11. You see out in the mist as you're checking, you see 6 sets. No, I'm sorry. You see 3 sets, 6 eyes in total, red glowing eyes in the mist, and they're watching the ship, and they start to sink down to the water, and then they disappear in the fog. Anything else anybody wants to do?
I start Googling how to heal lost hit points.
You can't. Yeah. So.
I think at this point I'm no longer chantified.
Okay.
I take a long rest.
Long story short, any of that vampiric damage will not come back until I let you know.
Okay.
So when you long rest, you only long rest up to your current vampiric maximum.
Yeah. The
Mhm.
max minus the damage.
Minette's lost 4,
Yeah, I think.
6, and you've lost 9.
9.
Shit.
Yep.
Yep.
So
I'm officially not the lowest max hit points in the party anymore.
What do you got?
74.
Oh man. You weren't much lower than me though.
Kinian. You get back to Era's place.
Does anybody follow him? I mean, like, citizens who are like, ooh, a naked orc.
Make a perception check.
I wouldn't care.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But 22.
22. You see a figure duck a couple blocks back behind you. You catch a blur of someone duck quickly behind a building.
What height?
Gnome height.
God damn it. Well, I know who that is. I just keep walking.
Okay.
I know I'll never catch him. If I were to pursue. And I return to Arlie at this point. Fairly numbed up by the whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And does she let me just drop back into bed covered in visceral?
No, God, no. No.
Then I do whatever she asks me to.
Go take a swim.
Oh, I'm gonna take my monthly bath.
You walk back to the boat that you just left.
Same route. Exact same route.
So I walk of shame, like, right out of the room
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he could go like
and go to the public bathhouse
Yeah.
nearby to
like
clean
a
up.
horse trough.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, like, I listen to Arlie.
Yeah.
She's another one of those females that I am genuinely afraid of.
Yeah. You clean up at the local bathhouse, and eventually you collect up your goods. I think at the point that you are ready to leave is probably around noon.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get all my gear back on and set out.
Does anyone want to do anything for a couple hours before Kinian's ready?
I'm gonna tell Manette about the creepy eyes.
Creepy eyes, they're watching you.
I think that's what might be eating the fish.
The creepy eyes.
I use 1 hit die to heal to full.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys can take a short rest during this time.
Now, what time was it in the morning when he left?
When he left,
Yeah.
it was like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
I'm gonna spend 4 hours working on my book.
Okay. Half a day. Okay.
And I full on Gandalf it. And I'm like, I return to you at the turning of sobriety.
And Kinian never came back.
I'm healing a little bit. Or
Okay.
short rest.
All right. Did you want to do any shopping, Kinian?
Oh, definitely. I'd like to swing by the
market?
the market.
Okay.
Get some potions.
Okay. Like when you enter the market, you see a bunch of alchemists, and they're hawking these potions, right? And you're seeing the prices like 300 gold pieces, 1,000 gold pieces, 50 gold pieces for minor healing potions, things like that. You come across this young human who is in these wizard robes that are too big for him, and he's got like this pimply face, covered in bad acne, and he's got a sign there, and it says 10 potions for 100 gold pieces.
Can't really read, but I do see that there's a lot of writing to the left of the dollar amount.
Yeah,
like the cash amount.
I think you know the cash amount. So it's like 10 for 100 instead of like 1 for 50.
I start chuckling to myself and I walk up and slam my money down on the counter in front of him.
Oh goodness. Are you looking for potions?
Potions!
These are of my own concoction, and how many do you want?
All of them.
Oh goodness. I only have 5 batches. It's 50 potions.
So I reach back in my quiver, and a javelin pops into my hand,
Okay.
and I hold it out in front of him, like pointing the tip at him, threateningly.
Okay.
And then I drop it, and my hand reaches up.
Okay.
Another javelin comes out. I'm pointing at him, and I drop it. And then I take my whole quiver off, and I shake it a little bit, and like 4 or 5 more javelin fall out, and I just start shoving potions into the quiver.
Okay. And what you're seeing is like a myriad of potions, like these gray, sickly, gray cement looking, like liquid cement, and then like red veins moving through them, or like blue veins moving
Those
through
are the
them.
potions for when your bowels are loose.
and he says, no, I highly recommend don't drink more than 2 of them within 4 hours.
Like, I still have in one hand a bottle of alcohol.
Okay.
I'm like, what if you're a pro?
No, it's more about how they react to each other.
Instructions. And I shake out 500 gold. Now, how many of my javelins from my 18 that fit in the javelin compartment?
Okay.
How many do I have to lose to load up 50 potions? At which point am I breaking this quiver?
Starts randomly shooting stuff out.
Every time I get hit in battle, like a potion pops out.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Yeah. 11 of them.
Worth it. I leave a stack of javelin.
You just
Like,
leave
just-
him there. He's like, you see him like he his hand starts to glow, and you see the letters rearrange themselves on the sign, and it says discount javelins, 2 for 10.
Yeah, except he doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't know, but I mean, Kinian sees the sign change, and then he sees 2 for 10.
At this point, I'm like looking in my gold purse, and I'm like, oh, that's a good deal.
Buys back his own javelins.
I want those.
the javelins. Okay.
How much does that cost?
Oh no. He like looks at you incredulously, and then is like, well, let's see.
I don't have all day.
2 for 10. And you're a returning customer. 20 gold pieces.
Done.
Does he get a supplier discount?
So this whole transaction's 520 gold?
Yes. You get inspiration, sir. Oh, man.
Totally worth it.
So Kinian just paid 20 gold pieces for inspiration.
That's the going rate. Boom. Make note. I want 5 inspirations, please.
I can't do that right now. Someone just bought them all.
That's how you make the magic.
Not even surprised. Not one bit.
Did you want to try one of these?
Javelin?
No.
I'm like walking out of the store, spinning one of the javelins around like my hand, like
Yeah.
so so happy about this great deal I just got.
Yeah, and these javelins feel like they're made just for you.
They are.
They're custom.
It's like they're like perfectly balanced. They're just what you're used to. It's like they were made by the same person who made your last javelins.
It's like you've thrown them before.
Yeah.
They're even worn in the right places.
As I'm leaving the shop, I'm headed toward T's, and like over the PA to the group.
Yeah.
Like all they hear about is like what a great deal I got. I can't believe I got 11 javelins so cheap, guys, and I got some magic too. So I'm walking down the street, actually holding a bundle of javelins.
Okay. All right.
He has it like schoolbook style with the belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm headed to T's. I'm a little pissed they sent us to an empty emporium. I didn't even find anything buried in the basement.
Oh, yeah. You should go talk to them. I'll join you.
Yeah, I'll come too.
Hey, Keo, we're going back to T's.
All right, so I fly up to my crow's nest real quickly, feed supper, then I close up my chest, unbuckle it from the floor, and stick it in my bag of holding. Just in case we're gone for the night.
All right. You're heading to T's? Everybody's heading to T's?
I'm waiting outside T's, like, smiling
Okay.
and kind of like petting my cluster of javelin that I just got.
Okay. After a few minutes, Minette and Bon and Keo roll up. In the window is this gray-faced woman again. She's behind the bars of T's. You are in the small customer area that there is. And if you remember, behind this extruded wall is the armory. And she says, it's awfully nice to see you all again. I'm surprised to see you back so soon. What can I get for you?
I'm just standing and scowling.
We'd like to know why you sent us to a years gone emporium. That emporium has been very clearly out of business for some time.
What?
And I'm confused how you would not have known that.
What do you mean? I just was there. I was at the emporium last week.
So, Keo is going to step back and begin casting a ritual.
Okay.
Just to everyone else, it looks like he's playing tic-tac-toe with himself or something.
Okay. All right.
Kenion's eyes narrow, and he looks like he's thinking really hard as he
Insight?
performs an insight
Okay.
I'm going to do an insight as well.
Okay.
at 15.
At 15.
I look over to Minette, who's clearly putting a die in the fuck off bag.
Yes, he is. Roll the way. Get the fuck out of here. Go and get.
It's about damn time.
15.
Okay.
As I narrow my eyes and I'm trying to figure out if she's telling the truth or not. And you smell like burning smells coming from my head.
Kinian, you fully believe her that she thinks she's been she was just at that emporium. She says, I bought there last week. I remember I bought a broom of flying because I needed one for tea, and I bought a couple of enchanted things for myself, and I am very surprised. There's no way the winter's costs have have left in such a hurry. That'd be ridiculous.
I leap onto the counter as
Okay.
I'm believing her,
Okay.
but I get really close to her and I'm sniffing her like an animal.
Through the bars,
Yes.
like you jump up like a monkey onto the
Yes.
onto the counter, grab onto the bars, and like put your face to them, and you're like sniffing through the bars. Okay, what are you sniffing for?
The truth.
Where are the other weapons going?
I'm trying to figure out if she smells like she's decayed. At this point, Kenyon
Sure.
believes that undead have taken over the city.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a perception check for me, please.
Now Kyo,
Yeah.
while this is going on, sneaks through the bars
Okay.
at a.
Hold on. Let me describe to you the situation. So the bars are just a window. So imagine like a gun shop, and that's all you can see is just this one window in a wall, and it's bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I thought there was all sorts.
You said
could
that
see.
it was all. Like
you can
a
see
wall of
behind
bars.
it. No. So,
Well, anyways,
okay.
before we established last time that Kyo is small enough to walk
Yes.
between them,
Yes.
and so Kyo stealths between them. At a, do I need to be at disadvantage, or does his cover for that make up?
You
for that?
are you're small creature. I will say you'll be fine with a standard roll.
Okay, so I rolled a 16. I add a 7. It's a 23.
So here's what happens. So Kenyon jumps up on the bars and he brings his face real close and he starts sniffing, and she startles and stumbles back. And when she bumps into the wall, one of the iron helmets falls down and lands on top of her head, and she like clambers and then takes the helmet
Kyo
off.
walks over.
Yeah,
right as it's happening.
and while the helmet's on her head, Kyo just kind of slips between the bars. Where do you go? So let me explain to you what you see on the other side.
Okay.
You see there's a bench, a clerk's bench. To the left, you see a chest, a lockbox underneath the counter. You see all sorts of weapons lining the walls. You see directly to your right is a grabbable spear for like poking through the for defense, and then further down a corridor to your right is all these weapons, and at the end is a bench, and a chair is pushed out from the bench, and on this bench you can see like tinkerer's tools and stuff like that. Are you looking for a place to hide?
So I just kind of go under the counter.
Okay.
And gingerly hold on to like the tail of her skirt or whatever,
Okay.
and continue ritually casting Identify.
Okay.
Kyo is getting to the bottom of this. It'll take him 10 minutes,
Okay.
but it'll let him know what spell's been cast on her.
Okay. So you climb down underneath the clerk's desk, and I think you're hiding like behind some manuals and stuff like that, and you've got your hand on like the edge of her skirt.
Yeah, because I don't want to get in trouble.
Right. And she finally gets this helmet off her head. And she's got this look of surprise and a little bit of anger, and she like gets up and she's looking at Kenyon, and she doesn't see you whatsoever, and she says she doesn't see you, Kyo. She looks at Kenyon, she says, "What are you doing?" And what was your perception?
14.
14.
I blew my inspiration, sadly.
Oh no. You think she smells normal?
Smells like fear, rabbit.
At this point, I'd like to chime in.
Okay. Yeah.
Say, I'm sorry, lady. I've been on the road a really long time. Could you tell me the date?
What she tells you is a date 5 years ago.
Interesting. I was on the road a lot shorter of a time period than I thought I was.
In fact, I haven't even left yet.
Even Kenyon knows the year.
Yeah.
And I get down off of the bars and kind of like back off. And I have a expression on my face of feeling sorry for my previous action.
Okay. She says, no, you're fine. You're fine. Are we good?
We're good. You're clearly not. Because I'm not smart enough to not say something like that.
She says, where'd your friend go?
What, Fred?
The little lizard one.
He's a figment of your imagination.
You're gonna gaslight it.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have any
Roll
lizard-
deception.
I don't have any lizard friends.
Does Keo whimper at that mention?
That's a
I
21.
don't have any lizard friends.
I think he's a little dragon.
I'm like Falcor. I'm not especially lizardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a lizard. Like, Kenyon's fought lizards.
21.
Yeah.
She's like, and she like blinks and she goes, I gotta get out of the shop. See, T doesn't let me out very often. I think my last break was, maybe a week ago.
Can we talk to T?
She like looks to the right and she says, T, are you back there? He must be out for lunch, I would say.
We'd
What does he eat?
Oh, just normal food.
we'd really like to talk to T. Could you bring us to his house? And I slide 10 gold.
She slides the 10 gold back and she says, unfortunately, I can't do that right now. And Keo, she moves one of her feet, and you see chained to the wall is manacles onto her leg.
You need to save her. But I can't say anything.
Right.
Yeah. How many minutes has it been?
We'll say 5.
Okay. So I'm biting my tongue like.
I reach to the
quite
counter
literally.
and take the 10 gold pieces,
Mhm.
and I turn to Bon and I say, I'll get you in on this deal. These javelins.
I'm like, yeah, go for it.
And I put the 10 gold pieces into my pouch.
The funny thing about this whole thing is that a javelin, the going rate for one, is 5 silver pieces.
Yes.
It's not even a deal.
He paid like 4 times as much.
Yes.
For his own javelin.
I did not know that.
Yep, I did.
I knew they were cheap. I didn't know how cheap. So yeah, I knew that what was it, 2 for 10 or something like that. I knew that was expensive.
I offer my spider staff and I say, bring us to T.
She says, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Are you trying to trade for a weapon?
I want to give you the spider staff. And I hold out the spider staff, like, and in return, you bring me and my friends to T.
She says, I can't leave.
Why not?
Well, T doesn't like it when I leave the storefront.
Yeah, but we're gonna go see T, so it'll be all right.
And she starts to like grip the she starts to grip the clerk's desk, and her fingers like grab onto it tightly, and she's starting to look kind of frustrated, and she just says, no, you don't understand. T doesn't like it when I leave. And you see her fingers start to like dig into the clerk's desk, and like not scratch it, but physically dent the wood. Yeah, deforms the wood underneath her grip.
It's quite the grip you have there.
And she looks down and she's, yeah, my parents said I always had a keen grip, and she like kind of covers it with her hand.
I'd like to roll insight to tell if it's fear or anger.
Okay.
Nice.
That die is hot tonight. It's 21.
It is both. So with that insight, you think that she doesn't know where the anger is coming from. But everything is deeply rooted in fear.
I say,
I was right. It smells like fear, rabbit.
so we are the Order of the Obsidian Flame. Just this morning we fended off a vampire attack. See, I've got the bites to prove it. Show her my neck, still a little bloody.
At
We
that
can protect
point,
you.
At that point, your spell completes, Keo.
Mm-hmm.
And you casted Identify?
Yes, to identify the magic that is put on her.
It is a necrotic magic, one that is instilled by vampires.
So I'm hearing vampire attack, and then I feel like vampire magic right at that point. Yeah, I'm pulling up the spell to see the exact. It says, if instead you touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Charm?
Charm?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also... I'll give you this one. You know it is a vampire spawn.
Mm-hmm.
The odd thing is it doesn't seem to know it.
So I let go.
Okay.
And I say to myself, crap.
She says, uh-oh. And she reaches down and she grabs you by the neck and she brings you up on top, above the clerk's desk, and you're still like, oh crap.
And I say, fancy meeting you here.
Yes.
Would you like to purchase any weapons? We have a wide variety.
Might I suggest this spider staff?
The moment I see that Keo is being held,
Yes.
I'm ripping at the bars with my hands.
Okay. All right. I need you to make a strength check, please.
I'm not.
Because you're trying to bend the bars, right?
I'm not currently raged, so I don't have advantage.
Okay.
But he does have giant strength.
Yes.
That is a 20 on the die, good sir.
Oh shit.
So 27 at least.
Okay, so
straight strength.
So, you bend these bars open, and they're large enough for you to get through. And when as you're doing this, like her jaw starts to unhinge, and you see these deep fangs grow from her mantle, and she bites down
She's
on
getting
Keo.
shot.
Okay.
I'm like, she doesn't know she's... Oh, wait!
Keo.
It's at this point that I probably begin cowering. Not by choice.
Yeah.
Should we do an initiative-ish thing?
Yes. So
Has Keo weed himself a little bit?
I don't know, Keo, have you?
There's no shame in it.
just
Just
lean
go.
in.
Just go,
I
man.
too would have a reaction to her doing
16. Yeah, this is all a quick
that. Shit.
Well,
reaction round. So
and
16 to hit.
it doesn't, but I still cast shield.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my reaction.
Okay. Shit. Okay. All right. And so it bites down, and your shield pops, and it hits that protective barrier, and you see like the slobber come down from her mouth, and it's like dripping onto you.
And that strangely comforts me.
Yes.
Yes, because of supper.
And you hear the shot ring out.
I try to close my eyes and pretend it's supper, but it's not working.
Yeah.
I hit her at 23 for 30 points of damage.
I'm supper now.
The moment that basically the gun goes off and the bite hits the shield, a fist from Kinian, who's basically at the bars, pulling them apart,
Okay.
swings and punches the vampire.
Okay. That's all I'm going to allow because you did open the bars.
This is my reaction from
okay.
Sentinel.
Okay. Got you. Perfect.
So, flavor-wise, from now on, that since I have that Tensor's transformation with the stained glass, like,
Yeah.
that comes in, my shields are like
Oh.
panes of stained glass.
Ooh. Okay. I like
That's
that.
badass.
That is awesome.
She gets punched in the face. It's 1 plus strength mod, right? So 8 points of non-magical damage to her face.
Okay. Her head rocks back. She didn't take as much damage as what you would have hoped.
I was at 10 for
I was
initiative.
also at 10.
I was at 11.
We gotta stop meeting like this, AJ.
So,
You can go first
oddly
this time.
enough, I rolled a natural 20 on my initiative.
Nice.
Nice.
4.
I'm just gonna go. Oh shit!
Oh shit, it's a vampire! Is this whole city vampires?
It's
All right.
seeming that way.
Guys, let's just leave. This is not a good town.
Kyo.
So, Kyo casts a quickened greater invisibility,
Okay.
and as he casts it, he says, "There are no kobolds here." Attempting deception. At disadvantage.
Yeah, at
At a
disadvantage.
disadvantage, and deceives at a 10. So for a second she thinks maybe there aren't.
Yeah.
But she feels her hands around him.
Yeah.
And then once he's invisible, as his action, he attempts actually athletics to pry his way out of her fingers.
Okay. Okay. Go for
Because
it.
she's got me grappled. right?
Yes.
So I'm trying to break the grapple.
Oh no.
Inspiration.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's better. 11.
No. It's not gonna make it. You got a 19 or 18. All right. So next is Kinian.
I thrust myself through the bars, and the moment I land, the axe, without even my hand like reaching up to it, just flies out of the quiver, and I catch it in the air and bring it down directly on her head.
Awesome. I like it.
As the blood splatters, you know exactly
As-
where Q is.
As I kick into flames from raging. Pull out the horn, please.
No.
The horn.
It's super loud.
Are you at like 3 or 4 D12s?
5.
5.
None. None of those options.
Holy shit.
59 points of damage on my first attack.
Holy shit. All right. It dies. By 1 hit point. Yeah, because Manette shot it. And then you punched it in the face.
And as basically the head splits in two, I get really close, like uncomfortably close to this corpse, and give it a long sniff. Like,
Okay.
because at this point, like,
You're trying to train your
I'm
nose.
trying to train my survival
Okay.
proficiency.
Okay.
we've fought enough of these,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to learn how to sniff out these vampires.
Okay. So, when you sniff on the vampire, you get this rancid sweet odor. Just super faint. You could almost mistake it for BO with like cover up, like perfume or yeah.
So I smell undead a lot
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
But since I had a bath
Yes.
You
recently,
don't smell undead anymore.
I do not smell undead.
Yes. So that's what you're getting from this recently dead vampire, and then it poof.
And I begin to panic a little bit because I can't find Kyo. Oh God, did I hit him?
And this is when Kyo becomes opportunistic. And I got like 9 rounds of being invisible.
Okay.
And I'm going to loot the place.
Bilbo Baggins.
That's my
Because
bag's
Bod
name.
can't see you.
Okay. All right.
I
so,
take this opportunity to
Yeah.
be like, dudes, this probably doesn't look that good. We just
I'm
walked into a shop, killed the shopkeeper.
I'm prioritizing ledgers and the Tinkerer tools. Except I'm afraid to go over by the Tinkerer tools.
Okay. Okay.
Like I imagine at this point the blood that's covering my blade is not red.
No, it would be. So it depends on the creature it was, and then it has like a thick, dark coagulant to it. So this was a human. So it is like a deep, almost black red. But think of the blood to be like cold oil, like super thick and like drippy, like syrup almost.
Gross.
Yeah.
I wipe it off on some cloth.
And it smears, but I mean you gotta like actually take an active shower to get this kind of blood off.
Can I see Kyo because he's got some speckles on himself now?
No. So let's resolve Kyo real quick. While you guys are just quick taking this in, Kyo takes his action. Well, actually, quick. Manette, is there anything you want to do directly after this?
I'd turn invisible myself,
Okay.
just in case.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
God, that's gone
because
too.
a thunder cannon did just go off. So, yeah.
Here come the guards again.
When
okay,
Bond
so
says that,
yeah.
I book it.
Kinian casts invisibility.
No, I click the ring. I'm gone.
Oh shit! Boom. Kinian's gone.
Oh, my javelin! I left them behind.
It's okay. I'll put them in my bag of holding.
I look around, seemingly alone. I assume Kyo and Manette both bamfed back to the ship too.
Okay.
I'm like,
It probably looks
Except-
pretty similar.
Yeah, it does.
Kyo doesn't bamf.
Yeah.
but, yeah.
yeah, but I
Ki-
forget about that all the time. So I'm just like, same shit as always.
All right. Manette. So you go invisible, and you're just kind of. Are you gonna rob this place fucking blind too?
I mean,
It's not the weapons so much as the evidence.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not gonna rob it,
Okay.
but like maybe loot it because
Slightly?
we killed the person who was in charge of it.
Load
at
it
the moment.
slightly.
It's dungeon rules,
We
right?
didn't kill T.
We didn't kill T, but obviously T's not an upstanding, alive person.
I don't know. T could be a good person.
He is not pro-union, that's for sure.
T could be a good person who's
Had a vampire spawn chained
who-
up to the
whose
front of his shop.
sister, wife,
Yeah, maybe
whatever,
it's his sister.
got bit by the vampires, and he was trying, while he was figuring out a way to save her, tried to give her as full life as he could.
By enslaving.
Well,
But yeah,
that wasn't.
I like that.
That wasn't an enslavement chain. That was for the safety of the customers chain.
Right, and that's what the bars were too, right?
Yeah.
So,
Clearly.
yeah.
Are there any particularly interesting magical weapons here?
No, they just so happen to be gone.
They just so happened to be. They sold the last magical weapons to us yesterday.
Any documents that might lead us to where T...
Less and less by every minute.
Yeah. So
That's Kyo's MO.
yeah.
Take all the books.
I think Minette, you would be attracted if you go to the other side. I think you would be mostly attracted to T's workbench, in that area. You see a few things on this workbench. There are a couple of silver daggers with the emblem on it. There's a letter, just a letter for work, like a work order, and it is signed with a I with 8 8 squiggly lines that come off of it. And it is a order for several different weapons,
So it's
many
like-
silvered stuff.
It's like a
that.
purchase order from Xanathar to T.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You also notice that T is working on something disturbing.
Not like actively working on it, but like if there's a project in
there
progress.
is blueprints that are like half drawn that looks a ton like your thunder cannon. Now, you're the only person other than Palami who can build these things that you know of. They are of your own design. They are a brainchild of yours. I think this might surprise you that someone might have designs for something like this, and not only designs, very, very similar designs, like using exact same actions and stuff like that you use in your gun.
You can tell the radius of the curve on the hammer.
48 degrees, and yeah. But so these designs do not look like they're completed, and you see critical flaws in the design that when you allow it to be active, you think this might be like version 1, like T might just be starting in on something like this.
It's
Use
the
at least
it's the best he
2.
could make when he was a captive in a cave.
Yeah, and
It's a
his
Mark
mask,
One.
So T stands for Tony.
Oh, no, it's Anthony because of the A. A and T are the same person.
So while you're rifling through this,
Do I know enough about the plans that I could be like, I could alter a very small portion of it to have it like damage whoever attempted to build such a thing?
ooh,
Do you have forgery?
yeah,
Sabotage.
that's what it would be. Is do you have forgery? Do you have
Time to cue
forgery
Beastie
set
Boys.
or something like that?
Well, I guess it would be scribe's tools to do forgery.
Can't stand
Right?
I would say that you have the right tools. It's more of the skill set. So if you're not skilled in something like that, you can attempt it.
I actually don't have proficiency in something like that.
Okay.
So
So
Yet.
you can attempt it. I mean, this is something that I will allow because I mean you draw blueprints so often.
right. I have Smith's tool proficiency with Smith's tools and Tinker's tools.
Yep.
So being able to make the necessary changes that I should be able to do that.
Yes. So I would say this would be a deception. And what is the Tinkerer's? What is the stat that it uses? Like what attribute?
I imagine it'd be Dex.
It could be a deception
Right.
intelligence.
Or
Yeah,
intelligence,
yeah.
I don't know.
I would say that deception intelligence. Yep. Because I mean, essentially, what you're trying to do is hide
hurt the Viper when he shoots this gun.
is hide this or something like you're trying to outsmart this other person.
He's going to resize one of the locking lugs a 16th too small to make the thing blow apart when they pull the trigger.
He just goes into SolidWorks and just slightly and yep.
All right. Deception intelligence is an 18.
Okay. I have noted it.
Brickleworm, I mean Viper, I mean
Plummy.
Palami.
Hey now.
Oh, it's not for her.
That's crossing
Rip.
the line.
She's dead.
Rip. Yeah, you got one of the three.
Going for the hat trick.
Wow.
So Bon steps out into the street.
Yep.
Now, I'm only invisible for a minute.
Yeah. We'll get to you
Just to let
just
you know.
a second.
You know,
Okay.
With the bond thing, if it takes too long.
I'm good.
I
Okay.
just go, oh, yep, okay, and
Step
step out
out.
in the street.
Are you
and
just blocking the door, like keeping an eye?
I'm just waiting for the guards again.
Okay.
Show's gonna go well for you, Bon.
Yeah, it's gonna go real well.
Strike two with a Luis. Keo, you are ransacking the place. You find. Do you want to take any gold that you find?
I mean, I am part dragon. So,
Yes. So you do want to loot.
well, that's not my but for like purposes of amount of treasure and such, you know,
Yes.
I'm not going through the drawers looking for the gold pieces.
Right. It's just
But-
if the gold pieces happen to be where you're looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Minette, roll 2 percentile dice, and same with Keo.
75.
75.
27 on the first one.
You did it twice?
And 75.
Okay. 120 gold pieces. 150 gold pieces.
You
As
saw that, right?
Yes.
That was weird.
they are split up into different gems and things like that.
150 gold piece worth of various gems.
Yes.
So 27 and 74.
27 and 74. So whatever that
Holy
is in gold
crap.
pieces in gold pieces in various gems. How we're going to run that is if you need gems out of that, if they fit within that gem, within that price range, and you need specific gems, just take them. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have
What?
any
100.
gems, but
That should be 101, right?
Okay. Sure. Yes. Keo, you find that. Minette, you find yours. And Keo, you find the logbooks. And you also find a letter.
A letter?
Yep. It is in the lockbox, which was unlocked. And it has a...
Any belts of dwarven kind?
No. It has a...
For murder hoboing.
It has a quickly scrolled letter with ornate writing, and it says, Taka, I need you to deal to both the Zentarum and the Xanathar's Guild and keep this war moving so that I can take control of this town. A. And this note, the handwriting matches the note that came off of the vampire spawn from Everland. Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has awesome blogs. They've got cool information on there about writing new adventures and things around D&D. You can find a giant archive on all our episodes. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.